Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek'd. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, I'm representing the man who had the most fierest intro of a movie in Rogue One. That's your boy, Real. Joining me is the man that put the cuss in Cuz We Geek'd, and also got the man that won't stop cussing, JJ. And shout out to the man whose team right now is cheating, and that's BA, man. Listen, we're glad you guys are here with us, rocking up with us for another one, man. Listen, if you guys are into geek content involving movies and television, go ahead and do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, man. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning as we continue to get our geek on. And also, to everybody, hit them likes for us, man. Hit them likes, man, so we continue to try to build that algorithm to find more geeks like yourselves to join us here. Also, too, if you guys have any questions or any comments, man, go ahead and post them here in the comments section. We will address them toward the end of the show. All right, fellas, y'all already know, man. We gotta get into this interesting show, man. We finally got the finale of this show right here. Welcome to Derry, spoiler discussion. So y'all already know the series. The season finale episode was what's today? Monday. It was Sunday. So we're gonna be talking about that for sure. So listen, if you guys have not seen this episode, we encourage you to go watch the episode, watch the show, come back. Let us know what's on your minds, man, what you think about the show. But until then, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get into it, fellas. Welcome to Derry, episode 8, overall season. What you think? Hey, we want to start with BA this time, man. I know he didn't get to tell us what was on his mind on the episode 7. So, BA, man, why don't you go ahead and let us know, man? Get the floor, man. Let us know what's on your Pennywise loving mind out here, man.
First and foremost, this is probably, and I'm just checking my audio as I'm talking right now. Yeah. This is probably a better series I probably have ever seen. For this to be on the premise of a horror film, and most horror films don't have that strong of a leg, I would say. For them to flesh out this entire lore in 8 episodes, for them to not to unveil the main horror guy, in which we've seen in the movie, so it's not like it was somebody that we weren't necessarily expecting. We know who it was, but he didn't come until episode 5. Okay, for them to have the jump scares, and some of these jump scares was like legit jump scares throughout the entire series. For them to understand, and this is Andy and his team, he made this into a black show. If we really think about it, the main stars, other than Pennywise, and shout out to Bill with his amazing acting as a clown, first and foremost, but he took this thing to a whole other level, right? So I'm giving him his flowers. But this was a black show hidden underneath Pennywise, and the fact that it is a horror genre show, and you don't necessarily get too many of that. From Leroy to Hank to Charlotte to Will, Ronnie, they carried Dick Halloran. I'm always going to say his first and last name. Dick Halloran, like they carried this whole entire joint from episode 1 to episode 8. And to me, the climactic part was at first I was like, this is a HBO special. They gave you the greatness in episode 7, right? In which y'all talked about. And for me, I'm looking at everything with the fine-tooth comb and everything. Like, you really just can't show the slaughter of black people without me looking at it like, all right, how are we gonna make this artistic? Because well, it's just what it is, right? And Charlotte was the main one to say, it's this town. It wasn't just it or whatever this thing was at that spot. They wanted to do that, and Charlotte made sure that they said that. So Andy, the creator, made sure that Charlotte said this in the joint. So she was saying hate is just running rapidly through this whole entire town. It just wasn't at that black spot. It just didn't happen at that particular time. it was going to happen in the sense these people are twisted. And I needed people to see that. I needed people to understand that. And they made it so I don't want to say beautifully, but the way they tied in Richie or Rich, I'm sorry, throughout that scene was top tier. You know what I'm saying? Top tier. And they paid it off a week later in episode 8, in a sense, when he came back, right? Multiple times. So like I said, episode 7, for what it was, it was like, to me, one of the best things I ever seen when it came to this type of genre, when this came to HBO production and things like that. I thought it was over. I said they can stop it right here and don't disappoint me for episode 8, because y'all know as we talked about, some of these season finales was very underwhelming. But when I say Andy did his homework, when I say him and his team went to another level here, they went to another level. That's exactly what they did for episode 8. And like I said, from start to finish, first and foremost, it made you feel like F some of those kids. When some of those kids got into the trance, especially the Patty kids and stuff, and then he was like, well, I don't mind if they go. Like, you felt that. So you was judging kids. All of us at one point were judging kids in the sense, like, some of them
no. I
save
feel
some
sorry for
others.
the kids.
You know what I'm saying? So he did that. The fact that he had the principal as a clown, and they was talking about his hairpiece and was it real or not, and this thing, he took his head off in a sense. So he tied that quick joke in the beginning of the series. Just moving forward and having all them and them saving them. Now we know why that one girl in which Big J called out multiple times, she was 17, because they know that they had a driver scene to do. So somebody had to drive a goddamn car for a little bit. So she was 17 acting like 12 because she knew how to drive, right? That's just what it was. They needed somebody to drive. That was Marge.
You gotta at least have your permit. You did?
You gotta at least have something, right? We gotta believe you a little bit. Like, you gonna be on this road for a little bit. So she did that. They did that scene, and it was about the dagger, and then they had the Lord of the Rings, My Precious moment, when the dagger was controlling her. They quickly got off of that. They was on it for a little bit and just got right off of it, because that's somebody else's storyline. You know what I'm saying? You can borrow, but you don't want to make the whole thing about it. And that's what they did. So they kept it moving. Just the tie-ins, the fact that Pennywise started to break down his lore, in a sense. And I don't think nobody kind of seen that part coming. Just the fact that he can transfer from different time periods and still be in the same realm, in a sense, which leads to so many different storylines that they can go into. So now you're starting to hear prequel, sequel, prequel. We don't know what to call this anymore. That's also what
retcons.
It is. It's retcons in a sense, right? So we don't know what this is, in a sense. So this is something new. It's just not prequel. He's literally changing, or he can change, basically. Now us, we familiar with timelines and stuff like that. So it ain't nothing that we can't necessarily gather. Like, okay, cool. If he killed the right person, we want to set aside a whole nother timeline, basically. And this is the new timeline. So they can come up with a new Losers Club of the 80s, and it'd be something different than what we saw in the movies. In a sense, they can come up with a whole new movie. So he explained that and did it in like 1 or 2 lines, and I was like, cool, that makes sense. I was cool with that, right? And I'm quite sure all of us was. Just moving forward in his death scene, or his relocation scene, I want to call it, because he died in the 2018, 27, whatever. So you know what I'm saying. So that was cool. Richie coming back, giving people the finger and stuff. Rich coming back, giving people the finger and stuff. That was cool. Like that was on time. It wasn't over the top, right? So they was just doing everything on time. And the last scene, and I'm gonna wrap it up with that, because like I said, this is beautiful. All this was beautifully done. And shout out to Big J again. He called this the the graveyard scene that they had, the cemetery scene. He said that was trash. It was poorly done. And I was like, man, he just talking to be talking. Well, it turns out that from what I heard, that last scene with Ingrid, shout out to her, rest in peace.
Yeah.
She's gone now. She couldn't even see her work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have enough money for that. They wanted to add that scene, but they ran out of budget. So they took something from some part of the show. And I was like, the only thing that was like iffy that they probably could cut corners on was the cemetery scene in a sense, right? It's dark, gloomy, you know what I'm saying? You can cut corners when it came to production, final production on that particular part, just so you can add it, because the girl Bev she looks just the same as she did a couple years ago. So they didn't actually have to spend a lot of money for that scene. And that scene tied in the whole entire movie franchise in a sense. Like, it ushered everything together at one point. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Big J for clearly noticing that, clearly saying that. And that's what popped in my head when I seen it and I heard it. I was like, that's what they took that from, so they can have enough money for this last scene, because they had maxed out their budget in a sense. Andy hit on all cylinders here. We are now in the Andyverse. Shout out to Dick Halloran. He made his hotel line in a sense where it can't be that bad in the hotel. Now we want to see a prequel series to that, to The Shining. We want to see it. We want to see it. Ro, I need you to have a Mr. Terrific moment in a sense. I need you to create a slide or something like that saying, who was your Mr. Terrific? And in this episode, in this series, it was him. I want to see him go and do his own thing. Go through those early things in a hotel or whatever that is in a sense, and I want to see it. Take my money now. So like I said, thank you for giving me the first shot, because I've normally got to wait for everybody else. This was great. And please, and yes, Dick Halloran, his name together is crazy. On top of that, shout out to Big J, just put it in the joint because it's crazy. But that's his name in the sense. So there you go.
Richard
great show for me.
What you got, cuz?
BA said it all. It was fantastic. So when the fog came over the city, you want to know what hit me? Was that, and the fact that it was like, this feels like a Batman situation, like the Joker. That's something.
So you think about Batman the whole time, bro?
Yeah, I was. Well, like, at least just the beginning part of it, when the fog was rolling in, it was like, that's something that the Joker would do, would poison the whole city and everything like that. Yeah. So that was the first thing. It was like, Muschietti is going to be able to go from it to the Joker, like, it's going to be smooth for him. It was this season was fantastic. This finale hit really well. I was nervous. I'm sure, just like everybody else was nervous when it came to the finale, just because episode 7 was so great. And when you have such a great episode 7, being able to stick the landing for episode 8 just becomes that much harder. It was a really great episode. Them being able to starting to connect the storylines, it actually makes me want to go rewatch The Shining. It's been a long time. Now I want to rewatch it. After mentioning him headed to California. Yes, also do want the prequel to it now. To The Shining. It's like, give me a like 1 season prequel of The Shining or something. It's really would be fun. When Rich came running, when he came back with the Native American and came running back, I cheered. Like, I was like, Richie. I was happy.
That was a like in game type of like a situation. Like, everybody seems like when Captain America caught Mjolnir. It's kind of one of them situations. Yeah,
it really was. Like, I was cheering. I was happy to see him. To have his moment, to be able to help his friends, to be able to encase the entity again. It was really great. This storytelling of the whole show was great. I looked it up too last night. Was the budget for it for Welcome to Derry, and they said it about 75 to 80 mil for the full season, which is it said it's really high. So that made so the reason why I did that was to see if they were going to stop at 3 seasons, or what would they do to try to pull a lot of that money back, because that's a lot of money for a TV show. But to me, it paid off just with the great storytelling, everything that they did with the shooting. Like it was just a really well done show. So it would, to me, it would seem like it would be hard for them to say that it was money wasted, because people was talking about it. So it pulled so many people into it, and make like we've talked about before. You have these shows that do so well, and it's like a prequel or whatever, and then by the end of it, it makes you want to go back and watch other areas of the of their universe. And this is what it did. It was the gymnasium, when he said all the seniors go home, but everybody else come to the gym. It's like, oh, it's about to be very bad.
I already knew what time it was.
Yeah, out there with the principal puppet, then towards head. It was just, oh my! I definitely thought it was going to be a lot worse. They kept it contained overall for what I expected, but I definitely thought it was going to be a lot worse. And I'm glad that the kids were able to figure out that they were going to have to rotate the dagger, just because of what the type of energy it was bringing to them, like the anger that it was bringing. So for them to be able to figure that out did make me say, okay, at least somebody got a brain around there. But it was, and then it does make me nervous with the entity being able to basically move through the time like linear, like whatever way he wants. Well, not even just linear, but just whichever direction he wants, and to do whatever he wants. It makes me nervous. So the season 2, it has big shoes to fill at this point, but it's fantastic show and series at this point. What you got, BJ?
Well,
two glasses. He got 2 pair of glasses.
see, first of all, had to focus in. See, no, I think they did a real good job on this one. I think they did stick the landing. I was concerned because I thought everything happened in episode 7. I'm like, what else is there to see? But I thought the fact that they showed what happened, I think the fact that they answered everybody's thoughts on Marge being Rich's mother was good. They also explained the fact that the reason why, I think in that line where he was talking about that, I think they explained the reason why it is going to be 3 seasons. Because he basically explained them that he experiences time like Dr. Manhattan. It's a flat circle to him. It's not linear.
Yeah, it's a circle. Yeah.
So he's in all moments at the same time. So he sees it all. That's why when he died, and they mentioned the fact that when he died in it was a chapter 2 where he went to like baby form. 2. Yeah, he went to like baby form. Yeah.
I was say because he mentioned Richie killing him in chapter 1 when he showed the picture.
But I thought Richie killed him in chapter 2. Richie was in chapter 2.
Well, yeah, they killed him, but I think he was mentioned in chapter 1. I mean, I could be wrong, but my bad. Go ahead.
Nah, but no, I was just saying. But yeah, he showed the missing picture. But no, my thing is, I think that they're setting up for the fact that he's going to go back and try and go after in the next cycle. He's going to go backwards and then try and stop him again in the future by changing what happened. So it's kind of like a Terminator type thing where he's going in the past.
Yeah.
To change what happened so that way he can survive. Because in his mind, he considers that his birth too, even though, which is also strange to us. So we'll see. Like I said, I think it's interesting. I think that they should be, that there's room now because Dick Allen was an interesting character. I think there's room for them to do that prequel to The Shining. They see what he was doing in those years leading up. But as I looked at that, I was looking back at I went back and looked. I didn't watch The Shining again, but I looked at some of the images, and I can see now why they picked that actor, because he does have some resemblance to Scatman Crothers, who was in The Shining. Like they have some similar features, and I can see him being like a younger version to some extent of that, So like I said, it was good casting, good show, good acting for the most part, all around. I hated the general. He he got what he needed to get. You know what I mean? I was
I'll
clapping.
never forget the smell.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, hey, Pennywise.
Yeah, he was sniffing and walking by. He's like, hold on.
Yeah, he was about to.
I know you.
Well, also the arrogance of you're free to go. Like,
Yeah.
what? He's like, you the cops pulling some.
Yeah.
You gotta have a certain look about you to have that kind of arrogance. Let's just leave that.
Certain. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. It's
A certain je ne sais why, you know that.
You know. Like he's telling an interdimensional God, oh yeah, no, yeah,
I'm letting you leave. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission. Wait, what?
It's called privilege, sir. Privilege. Yeah, he was extending his privilege on to Pennywise because he saw as another pale creature. He was like, hey, you
We're brothers.
Yeah, you know. But no, I don't know.
No Wayne brothers.
I thought she was gonna break it to the opening song. Go ahead. Nah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought it was good. I thought they wrapped it up. I'm kind of looking forward to see what they're gonna do next. I think once again, there's room to do some spinoffs from this show. At least the Dick Halloran. You know, I think it could be a Dick Halloran show. The show where he went and
Name it Dick Halloran show.
I mean, we go with my other suggestion. I mean, you know, look, but
absolutely not.
What do you mean?
They're not going there. They're gonna call that pause. What they gonna call it?
Hey, Diddy would watch it anyway.
Diddy might have a guest appearance.
Yeah, he might. He's like, this is my kind of show. Him and Fleece Johnson, all of that together. Anyway, I think we need to go ahead and let Real bring us on home on this one.
Bro, listen, man. Yeah, well. So I'm guessing. So they're gonna do 3 seasons because kind of answer your question. They are talking about doing 3 seasons. Gonna stop at 3 seasons because they're going back 27 years. So I didn't even know that it was on this planet for longer. He's only planning longer than 1908. But I guess in the show, in the movie, it showed his the rock or whatever he flew on. It showed it landing in like 1908 or whatever. So they're gonna go back to those 3 periods or whatever. So y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember when they had that rumor that came out that they were going to do a It Chapter 3.
Yeah, I heard that again today.
So there is people are predicting what's going to end up happening is in the last season of It Welcome to Derry, it is actually going to succeed in changing time, and then it's going to end up being like an It Chapter 3 where it's a whole different, timeline or whatever. That's what people are kind of predicting right now. So when you said that, BA, that's what I was thinking when you said that. I heard that too. I heard that. That'd be fire if they did do that, because a lot of people don't know too. A lot of these characters cross over into these other Stephen King stories and stuff like that. Like Beverly is in I cannot think of the name of it. I think it's called like 11/22/63 or whatever. It's about the story about the guy who go
Beverly
back
and somebody else. It's 2 people.
Is it Rich?
I can't. I'll be lying if I tell you right now, but I know that was Bev and somebody else.
It's 2 people. You're right. But I forgot what I was going to say with that part. But yeah, they kind of are introduced to time travel, and I don't think that it's a coincidence that they showed her at the end of this season. So that's why I'm like, maybe they're gonna lead to something, because I mean they did want to do It Chapter 3 at one point. That rumor came out before they came out with the show. So I mean, look, that's going to be interesting. They can kind of go that route, man, and kind of change some stuff up and everything. So, but I don't even know when they talking about doing It Chapter 2. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. I don't know if they already started on it or whatever, or they were starting on it while they were shooting season 1, or that's part of the $80 million budget or whatever the case is. I don't even know, but they're going to probably end up taking snippets of this season into that show, because we're going to see a lot of these characters return, some of the flashback scenes and all that type of stuff. So that's going to be interesting. Like you said, BJ, we found out that who's Richie's mom is Margaret. That was a nice little tie-in. The fact that they had Richie's mom in here. Of course, they had Mike's dad in here. We already know what's going to happen to him in the future or whatever. So we saw the fact that how his
or do we?
Yeah, good point. It could reset. The fact that we saw that Mike's granddad actually took over that farm, like we saw in It Chapter 1, that he's over the farm and all that stuff. So that's a good tie-in. I feel like Lucy has something to do with this too, where she's connected to somebody too. They didn't really hint to that either, but it pretty much was Marge and Mike. Marge and I'm sorry, Will were the two links to the future Losers Club or whatever. So yeah, I want to know what they're going what's going to happen with that whole thing. But yeah, then we RIP to the what's Pennywise's daughter's name? Idris, what's her name? Ingrid. Yeah, the woman who plays her actually passed in real life. Yeah, she passed in real life, man. So RIP to her, bro. But listen, I think you said it, BA. I'm gonna give props to Skarsgård, bro. He played his tail off in this series, but Pennywise, man. Golly, bro, he need to be up for some kind of award, man. This for this show, bro. He did pretty good. I think to me, he did way better than he did, in the actual movies or whatever. I feel like because also too, they kind of went more in depth with Pennywise. Got to see his backstory, how he became Pennywise, and all that stuff. So we got to see a little bit more of him. We got to see more of his personality and all that type of stuff, man. It was. He did real good in this show, man. I gotta give him his props. Like you said. Our Mr. Terrific, Dick Halloran, man, got a shout out to him. He took over the show. I'm trying to think who else. Richie took over the show. I know he died in episode 7, but he took over the show. Yeah. Richie was a standout, especially in episode 8. Who else, bro? Them really three kind of
was y'all cheering for the kiss at the end? As much as you can cheer for two 12-year-olds kissing, but when my man Ronnie and Will locked up, I was like, that my 12-year-old self was like, yeah.
So I kept asking my wife, but she said she didn't know. So Ronnie is not Mike's mother. But they end up leaving Derry.
Well, they planted something where as though when he said that, he's staying, but he's going to keep writing to her. Well, if he keeps writing to her, she doesn't go that far without remembering what he's talking about. So it doesn't take much for her once she gets herself together or whatever like that for her to come back and still keep if they want to go that route. But I just wanted to point out that's what they said. Like if I keep writing to you, you're going to remember or something like that. Maybe that's why General Shaw remembered because he kept that relic, that slingshot with him. So he that made him stay in touch with it, or he said maybe had some testing or something like that. Whatever, either or, something made him remember in a sense. So as long as she can remember, she could come back.
Yeah, I'm glad Shaw got what he deserved too. What's the other dude name that was like kind of under Shaw? I kind of want him to get here too.
I don't know that other general, that other white guy.
Yeah, I want him to. I already knew that was gonna happen, bro. When he sat there, he froze, and he walked up on him. I said, "Yeah, he gonna end up dying." It's one of them cases where, like, you watch the Jurassic Park movies, and the main the antagonist or whatever in the show or the movie or whatever, they always die at the end. That's kind of how it was with him, bro. I was so glad he did. I was like, good. Now get the other guy, but he didn't die. I didn't want to. I mean, the soldiers, they were doing their job. I wasn't, wishing nothing happened to them, but them two, I wanted something to happen to them, man. But yeah, man, listen, season 2 should be interesting, bro. I wonder what kind of direction they're gonna go in with this. I don't know if it's gonna be a case where everybody's gonna be trying to look for, pillars like they did in this season or whatever the case is, but we're gonna see. I'm interested to see the direction that they go in, because it sounded like they're trying to build some type of universe within it or whatever. So go ahead.
I think what you said earlier is 100% correct. That's why I said the comment from my guy, like we're pretty much talking about it now, is I think he's going to fail again. And like you said, the next season, which is scheduled to come out late 2027, I think he's going to fail again. And then the third shot of it, that's when he
2 years.
That's when he
2 years.
Yeah, that's when he gets it. So the third season is when he actually creates a different timeline in the sense he does what he was supposed to do. Because there's multiple kids from that original storyline. I mean, from the original Losers Club from the 80s, in the sense that he could still find some type of lineage, some kind of way. It just takes somebody's grandfather or something like that, and he can just off them in a sense. So I think he fails again for season 2, and then tries again for season 3. And season 2, I think the main thing is they keep saying that it's the town is going to shoot up the bank robbers, right? in a sense, right? That's what they poured out the lake. I think knowing Andy and the way he is now, he's going to make them feel very sympathetic in a sense. So we're going to be kind of on their side as they get massacred from the whole entire town. Because if not, then it's like, oh, they just bank robbers. So why not be a part of the crowd? Like, yeah, kill them up. You know, they came in your town. Why not? I think they're going to flip it like that. They gotta focus on that house some kind of way, in my opinion. This is probably the construction of the house, if not seeing the house at its glory, in a sense. It's 1930, so we never necessarily seen the house look like it was brand new house. And it's not going to be a brand new house in 1908, right? So this is the only time that we're going to actually focus on why is the house important. And lastly, Juniper Hill. That's going to be like, you know, every horror film, every horror franchise take a little detour into the psychiatric world and just sorry for those patients, whoever's in there, because they're going to get some work done in a sense, right? So I think those are the three big I guess timepieces. The only thing is, it ain't gonna be too many black people in this one, and I'm okay with that. We got our shine. We got our shine in this one, so it's gonna be a little bit more less of us because Leroy and his family, Will and his family, they moved there, so that's a whole family going. So it might be Hank as a kid, right? That might be all we get is Hank as a kid. And
maybe somebody else. He wasn't from there.
Hank,
he was in the military.
Yeah, Hank left.
No, Hank was not in the military. What you talking about?
Hank was the father of Ronnie. Ronnie's father.
You talking about Dick?
I'm thinking of Dick. My bad.
Oh,
right. Never seen first name. Go ahead, Ron.
No, I think you're talking about the general. My bad. I'm thinking of the general.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about Ronnie's father. Like, he's the only person that was there, and I'd be interested to see his family line as well. Now that I think about it, because in 1960 he did own a movie theater. So something, you know, a lot of black people didn't own a lot of stuff in a sense, right? And he had a movie theater in a sense. So maybe his family has some type of. His mother was there, so maybe we see a younger version of his mother, because we saw Ronnie's grandmother. And maybe they played that out a little bit more, but that's the only, I think, colored storyline that we. Oh, a younger Rose is going to be there. So shout out to the Native American. Shout out to Tano. He played well. You know, rest in peace in the show. But you're going to get like a younger Rose and maybe a younger Shaw, the general, maybe a younger version of him running around here, and the younger version of Ingrid. So it's I don't know. That's pretty much all they got as a material, and they probably jump back into maybe some future events, possibly, and then definitely dive into 1908. But they can't go too far in 1908, because then you're going to kill yourself out of the series. So that's at least the big hitters they're going to do.
One thing before we can go on here, I thought, well, I guess I was wrong about Daniel being that old man in It Chapter 2.
You wasn't alone. A lot of people thought that. And it made sense.
It made sense,
especially when he had his hair long and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, that could be him. Yeah,
and I think he had a scratch on his eye and all that type of stuff. So I thought maybe that was him. So if I'm saying, I don't know now, bro. I don't know who it could be now, because I mean, Rose is old. I think she probably passed around that before that time, and we don't. I'm trying to think of other people who were there in that little meeting that they had when they said like, okay, yeah, he's finally going to sleep and all that stuff. There was nobody else.
Yeah, it got to be some kid running around or something like that we might not have noticed, but it could.
He had a cousin with him. Maybe another young guy. Maybe it was him. But I thought everybody would have highlighted him a little bit more if that is the guy that gave, you know, Mike that relic to try to stop it or whatever. So I don't know, man. That's interesting though. All right, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all's Kaioken rating. All right, cuz, what's your Kaioken rating on this show, man?
I'm giving it a 9. Highly rewatchable. Might not because of the clown, but highly rewatchable. It makes me want to watch other shows and movies within Stephen King universe. So I give it a 9.0.
Okay. What about you, Big J?
After watching the finale, I would go ahead and give it a 9. I was, hovering around 7.5, but I think they landed on like certain other shows we've watched this year and had us let down. So I figured I'd upgrade them for the closing on a strong note.
Okay, I felt that was a James Gunn shot. Okay, what you got, BA? What you got, BA?
I'm gonna go with 9.5, man.
I knew he gonna say that.
Start
So
to
talking
finish.
about me. Yeah.
Start to finish. He like I said, it's very hard to land it on a horror franchise. It's like trying to get Academy Award being a comic franchise. Like some things are just like not made for you in a sense. And like I said, between the fact that it was a black led cast, to the fact that Bill Skarsgård, I mean, he put on an acting class in a sense. So it's very hard. It's from the first scene to the last scene.
Yeah.
That is it all connected in a sense. Yeah, that's I don't see how too much stuff other than the fact that everything stayed at a high could top that. So I'm definitely going with a 9.5.
Bro, if y'all think about it too, Pennywise could have easily beat these people. He just be playing around too much. Like, bro, he be playing around way too much, bro. But
that's his Achilles heel.
I'm with you. I'm gonna go. Yeah, he just. I was watching somebody explain how like the reason why he does that because he's kind of not all there, which is why he's kind of like goofy and all off the wall and everything. They said it's an effect of him being like what Big J was saying earlier. The fact that him being like this entity, man, it's like above us or whatever, right? So he's trapped here in our world, so it's kind of like affecting him a little bit, which is why he's a little wacky or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna get a 9.5. All right. Like I said, great show, man. I'm ready for I don't know if they'll call it chapter 2. You call it Welcome to Derry chapter 2.
Yeah,
I think that's what I heard
they said it was chapter 1 at the very end.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting, man.
I'm gonna give it a 9.75. I'm gonna make it for the record that I am the highest one on this particular thought process. But go ahead.
Hold on, I was just playing. I was gonna make it a 9.8. I was playing. No, it's a great show, man. Listen, do us a favor, y'all, in the comment section, man. Y'all give us y'all's Kaioken rating of this show, man, 1 through 10. Y'all let us know what y'all think about it, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about the show, what y'all rating, and all that good stuff. Are you looking forward to it? Welcome to Derry chapter 2. Y'all let us know in the comment section. All right, folks, let's get into this next segment here. Let's get into the main topic of the show. Listen, man. BJ, please don't do no cussing on this one, bro. I get it. Trust me, I get it. The Russo brothers are at it again, fella. Check it out. The Russo brothers share a new cryptic photo teasing Avengers Doomsday. So here's the photo right here. Matter of fact, hold on, conversation. I'm gonna put y'all back here in a second. This is the video. It's the picture right here for the folks at home. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping one of y'all got an idea. What do you think it could be, Big J?
I was about to do my Ice Cube.
Are you hearing anything?
I was about to do my Ice Cube, for this one, but like I said, this sort of foolishness is what makes me not like the Russos. I don't want to sit here and like, oh, look at this. It's like the first picture they posted was like there was an X on the bars, and that means X-Men coming, and I'm like, dude, nah, man, just give us a clip or shut up. You know what I'm saying? All this weird cryptic foolishness that don't lead, and they never come back and explain it no way. So just let it go. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not playing that game no more. I don't want to sit here. I'm gonna show you somebody's elbow, and you try and figure out what that means.
Who elbow is it?
Yeah. I'm not playing with
it. An elbow. What time was it taking? Like, I don't know. Like, you are supposed to know. What you got, cuz?
It's a rocket ship going into landing. Boom. We're done.
What kind of rocket?
I don't know. I'm just talking. Something entering the atmosphere?
Bro, I have no idea. And it's in black and white, make it worse.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got, BA?
I looked at this and I thought twice, and I thought about the last time in which you brought this up, Rel, and I said, I'm just not playing this game no more with them. So when I seen this, I did want to Jordan moves. Tired of shit. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. It makes no sense whatsoever. You know what? The internet community and Karma Police themselves had pretty much came back with their own retribution, and as a result, things got leaked because they keep playing with us like that, Paul. I don't like it. I don't like this. No one likes this. And that's why what happened ended up happening. That's why somebody was holding the baby. That's why, because you playing with us, and stop doing that. Stop doing what the people that you got people that watch this stuff that's waiting for certain times, for certain opportunities. And you know what? They gave them the opportunity. These people, and I saw Earth from New Rockstars, and I'm 100% agreeing with what he's saying. You got people that work in some of these movie theaters that's working there for two weeks and they out of there. 5 weeks and they out of there. In a sense, they don't have the ties like everybody else has. So guess what? You play with us, somebody gonna go ahead and want to fool with you, and that's exactly what happened. So I don't care, Rel. You can talk about it as much as you want to. The fact that my man Will said it was a rocket ship, I'm whatever. He right. I'm going with whatever Will said is right. I'm doubling down. Whatever he right. And I'm just an instant bystander at this point. I don't care, yo. Stop playing with my emotions, yo. It doesn't mean anything. So there we go. Rel, your turn.
See?
Bro, look, I'm gonna go with Cuz too. A rocket ship. I don't know. As y'all talking, I'm literally looking at this picture, trying to figure what it could be, man. Like you said, BJ, they tell you, they show you this stuff. Like you said, we still. I'm gonna give them this though, BJ. I'm gonna give them this. When they did that for that picture of Endgame, they actually came back and said this is what that picture meant. They did that. We still haven't got this one yet, though. Not this one, but the last one, with, like you said, with the camera, with the lights flashing on in one little area, the steel beams and all that. We still ain't got an answer for that yet. Now, you ain't got an answer for that, and you turn around and give us another picture. This worse than the other picture. I don't know what we looking at. Like, if you gave us a more clear picture, we could guess a little. Our guesses can be a little bit better. But with this, I don't know what this is. What am I looking? I see a V. That's it. Victory? I don't know.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, which one?
The first one, if I'm not mistaken. And when he had when he was showing the pictures, and you guys see what the psychiatric joint, you guys see what is.
Yeah.
Rorschach, yes.
Yeah, Rorschach.
Like that. Like, man, I don't care, yo. It looked like a butterfly. How about that? I don't know, yo. Done.
Bro, and you know what's crazy? It's gonna probably be something that nobody can guess, bro. Like, y'all wrong. It's Superman in here. Like, how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that from that little whatever this is, bro? I don't know, man. They get, to me, it sounds like they're getting lazy with these these cryptic messages now, man. Like I said, we had a better look at the picture in the last time they showed us. Now they're just like, hey, what's this? I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. It's what you gotta be. BJ.
Well, two things. One, I'm just shocked and amazed that me and BA have agreed wholeheartedly and lockstep on this particular situation. That we're not going to sit here and fall for the okie doke anymore from the guns. I mean, from not guns, from the Russo brothers. Hey, it was a Freudian shot. But,
ready to blame James
Gunn probably told him to do it. But hey, dude, this is driving crazy. But
it's gonna work.
And then tell him it's gonna set up a whole lot of stuff that don't even mention nothing else ever, But my thing is, dude, it's dumb at this point. And my thing is just shut up and drop the video. And like you said, it's funny because right after he posts this, and then the first video, and then somebody else looks at the second one, and they releasing information from the second one, and then Spider-Man dropped today. Yeah. So then the Spider-Man drops today. So it's like, because I wouldn't watch that one earlier, and I'm like, damn. And the funny thing is, it's real because they're copyright striking all of that. So that lets you know, if it was fake, they wouldn't be copyright, but they copyright striking all that stuff. The Spider-Man one, the Avengers Doomsday one.
Yeah, both for the first two Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like all this ooh, we're gonna be super cute and put it behind paywalls. And they're like, nobody want to play for that no more. Put the stuff out on the internet, get the hype going. But all you're doing is you're gonna piss a lot of people off with this dumb stuff, and they're gonna leak all your stuff. You're gonna be like, oh, see, that was our plan. We wanted y'all to leak it. See, that was a master plan. We put a bunch of stupid cryptic messages, and then we leaked it all ourselves. See, that was us that did it because it's guerrilla marketing. And I'm like, no, just stop trying to be cute and do it.
Mm-hmm.
This better be the best trailer of all time. We going through all this, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right, y'all.
It wasn't.
Go ahead. You did?
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to
it's
you,
online. So they
I know. I try to stay away, bro. I try to stay away. I'm not. I don't want to hear anybody talk. People are talking about spoiler. They're spoiling stuff too with this whole leak and all that. I ignored all that, bro. I'm not listening to none of that. So I see the trailer myself on Thursday or Friday or whatever.
So what's funny about this is that so they did all the copyrights to get it off like YouTube and keep it off the internet and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But folks started posting AI versions of it, and they can't do the copyright off of AI. So folks was like, will this also end up forcing Disney to stop with the AI that they want to push out if they can stop this side of it of AI? So we'll see.
I knew that was gonna happen. We already knew that was gonna happen. It's the first time a trailer got leaked that everybody anticipated. Remember they did that for Spider-Man years ago. Remember No Way Home? And because it leaked, it forced the studio to just go ahead and release it. Like, we gotta release it now. It was to the point they couldn't stop the wildfire. It was just too big. So all of a sudden now, like, you know what? Just forget it. Let's just drop. I remember we kept talking about that because we was like, I don't know why they won't just drop the trailer anyway. When they did that, when it leaked, it was only 4 months out.
Yeah.
So like just drop the trailer or whatever. So what they end up doing, like, well, damn it, 4 months out anyway. Drop the trailer. We can't stop the wildfire or whatever. So I mean that's fine, bro. But yeah, we already knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think they were gonna do the first 2 trailers. Yeah. Or even Spider-Man, because we don't even know what Spider-Man coming out. We're gonna talk about that here in a little bit, but we don't even know what Spider-Man's coming out. So that's gonna be interesting though, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to these quick hits, fellas. Speaking of Spider-Man, check it out. First Spider-Man brand new day trailer will likely drop around the Super Bowl, man. That's when the Super Bowl 2 years from now.
February.
But listen, get your opinion on this, cause you Super Bowl, or is it gonna be before the Super Bowl?
I think Super Bowl.
What's that?
You Sunday
said
February.
When this come out? When this come out?
July.
This is July.
So March, April, May, June, July. That's 5 months if they do Super Bowl. But okay,
yeah.
What you got, good? What bad?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think since the Doomsday trailers will essentially take over the next 4 weeks or the next month, releasing Super Bowl will basically push it out a month. They give them right about a month separation between the last Doomsday and Spider-Man. So yeah, I think it'd be right around us. I think it'll be Super Bowl. So whatever, if it's a month between them or a month time frame, yeah, I think it'll be Super Bowl. Is when it'll end up dropping. It might be a couple of days, just right around 30 days or whatever. But yeah, I can see it being Super Bowl because it's right around that 30-day time frame, which would be plenty of time of just breathing and being able to be hyped about Doomsday, and then have talk about it for you have 4 trailers, you have 4 additional weeks to talk about it, and then boom, Spider-Man 5 months out, you'd be able to start building the hype for that. So yeah, I think it'll be Super Bowl because it makes sense. We've been trying to figure out that one day situation. We were thinking that it would end up being Doomsday, but because they're spreading out multiple Doomsday trailers, it just makes sense for it to be Spider-Man for the Super Bowl. Yeah.
So BA said he still think there's gonna be Super Bowl for Doomsday, but we'll see, man. I don't know if they'll have another trailer that close to, you know what I'm saying, the first like 4 that they drop. I think they're gonna space it out because he is still a year away, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see though. What you got, Big J?
Well, so we, without going into details, they said the one that leaked already. We already know what that's about. The second one, we already know what that's about. There's supposed to be a third one that's going to be revealing another character, and then the fourth one is going to be the actual trailer. The
Okay.
one, the fourth week is going to be the one that's like the actual trailer. So I think, and that'll also be about and so they're all going to be separate. Because the first ones are not really trailers; they're just movie clips. It's showing one scene in each. That's all it is. They're not really. It's not like a real trailer. It's just this is a scene.
We just had BJ. We just had this talk. If they do that, I'm gonna be mad, bro. But go ahead.
That's what they say. I mean,
that's what it is.
Yeah, these are not trailers. They're showing like a 1 minute scene, 1.5 minute scene.
You could. I'll let you finish. Go ahead, BJ.
No, but so that's what they're doing. The next one's supposed to be the same thing. It's going to be a 1.5 minute scene of another character, and then the third one's supposed to be another 1.5 minute scene.
So seen in the movie. Are you talking about like kind of like they did with okay. No, I thought you were saying. I thought you were talking about they were going to do like. Remember we talked about it on the last show. We was like, I thought they were going to be like where they showed the clips of this character in a previous movie. That's what I thought you were saying. Like, man, please don't tell me that, bro. I'm be mad, man. You're hyping us up just to show us previous clips. But if you're saying it's gonna be them in this movie,
it could have been.
Then I'm cool with it.
The first one, I think the first one is gonna be part of that re-release of Endgame. I think the first one they dropped is gonna be when I think they're gonna reshoot it.
You didn't see it. I forgot.
So I think that's what they're doing. Is this is gonna be an Endgame, and maybe even the second one. I think is gonna be something probably in the second act. From what I've been saying, it's like the second trailer, and then the third one, like I said, is introducing another character that needs some filling and filling out. So like I said, the strange thing is like I think that by the time the final trailer drops 4 weeks from now, it's going to be mid-January. So it's not that far from the Super Bowl for them to do that, that teaser. But like I said, the problem is you talk about the Spider-Man. Like I tell you, I saw the trailer that was on there, and the fact that they're already copyright striking it looks like that is going to indeed be the trailer. So it looks like
it looks like a real trailer.
Yeah, it does. I saw it. So it looks like it's ready to roll. So that and once again, that's another one they should just go ahead and drop. And this whole putting out there and trying to keep secrets now, it's dumb. And it's not that whole model doesn't work anymore. So the thought of, like I said, trying to put it, you got to go pay to see this movie. Ain't nobody doing it. Somebody gonna go in there with an eye patch, and it's gonna be all over the internet. You can sit there and play whack-a-mole with their attorneys and try and strike it from all the stuff, but it's gonna be like it was. Everything was 5,000 Twitter feeds and Reddit feeds and all that. So everybody who want to see it could go see it easily without having to go pay $17 to go sit there and then want you to do it 4 times for a 3-hour movie. We want you to pay $60 to be able to say, "Oh, look at these 6 minutes we sent you." Nah, man.
So if they're doing that, when is it going to drop online?
So they're saying the first 3 probably will never drop online. Is what they're saying. That's what they're kind of.
Okay, I'm with you now, Big. I'm with you, Big J. Now I'm with you, bro. It's okay.
You're doing too much
now, bro. Yeah, you're doing too much, bro.
The last one, the one that's the actual real trailer, will probably drop sometime between the mid-January and the Super Bowl. Was probably the guess.
Mm-hmm. So to follow up, no, I'm good. I know, man. It's shocking, bro. I know. That's why I said the Roosters brought this on themselves with them dumbass cryptic texts and stuff. With that being said, with Spider-Man, like Big Jig said, like it's out. It looks like if I was going to have a trailer, and I look, we done seen enough AI stuff to know the difference. Like this was not AI in a sense. It was a very low grain. Like the camera was like halfway through. You could barely see it, but you can see this is character A talking about, hey, I'm such and such, but people don't know me as such and such. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those intros that to quickly catch people up in a sense. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like it could be a trailer in a sense. And like you said, they copyrighted the hell out of it. So it's hard to find it, but you can just go to Reddit and it's all through Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit. You know what I'm saying?
That's my source. A lot of people go through X or Twitter and stuff. It's there in a sense. So I guess they can wait until the full production of a trailer. Yes. They could definitely wait on that. But to go to the Avengers side of it, in a sense, the Doomsday side, this is the Russos. The Russos are having Endgame Part 2. This is what this is. It's Endgame Part 2. They're going to try to circumvent the whole phase 4 and phase 5 because it was a failure. And they're going to try to say, hey, where we left off was Endgame, so we're going to pick up from Endgame. Well, who was in that last fight, who was the main people in that fight besides Thanos? You had your Marvel
big
Trinity,
three.
your Marvel the MCU Trinity, right? You had Cap, you had Iron Man, and you had Thor. The first trailer, quote unquote teaser that we don't know for sure, that we just speculating from what other people were saying, that I saw myself possibly through someone else's mirror, that it's Cap, probably, and then the next one is Thor, and the next one's going to be Robert as somebody else, possibly. I don't want to get no copyright strikes.
I'm gonna say you gonna find out tomorrow.
And then you got your wrap up. Why would you not return to what you know sells? That was the whole entire problem throughout this whole entire phase 1, phase 5 for Marvel. You don't have people that people can gravitate towards. You will never go this long in DC, any version of DC, without Batman, at least Batman, Superman, and somebody else. Let's put Wonder Woman right there. Great. You won't go that far without having them three. That's the same thing for Marvel. Right. They went too far or too long without those three. It's just what it is. You gotta have them. So they're going back to that to tease you, to tease everybody else, because they know everybody in their mother saw Endgame. It was the number 2 movie of all time for a reason, underneath Avatar. Like, everyone saw it. So not everyone saw phase 4. Not everyone saw phase 5. But everybody saw Endgame. So if you know that you have that, why not piggyback right off of that? Why not pick up from that, in a sense? Not necessarily direct. See, we're not saying like, yo, the next day, this is what happened. No, but we're going to throw in a lot of references, a lot of ties. Why you think they're re-releasing Endgame right now? Why you think that's coming out in September next year? Like, it's important for people to gravitate towards that beacon point, that anchor point, in a sense, right? This is their anchor being. This is that, and then they're going to spin off of that. It's what you would do to try to guarantee as much viewers as you can.
Facts. How many? So y'all saying that they're gonna add new scenes in Endgame? It's gonna link to I was supposed to say Infinity War. What's the name of the movie? Doomsday. Yeah, thank you.
I think that's what they're doing. So I think and that's what the reason for the re-release is. Because they did something like that before with Endgame when they were trying to do an extra cash grab to push it back to the number 1 movie of all time. They added unfinished scenes, but I think in this scenario they're going to add the scenes that directly lead to what happened in Doomsday. So that first scene, from the first trailer, that's going to be. I think that's going to be included in the end, because that directly sets up, and that's what would make Endgame. From what we're saying, that's what would make Endgame the direct prequel to Doomsday, because you're going basically boom, boom. So, you had that little scene with Steve dancing with Peggy, but like I said, from the stuff that's in this new drop, that would make more sense being at the end of Endgame.
They did more than dancing.
I think I heard, but I'm trying. Like I said, I heard
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk
already told you, that Captain America.
She did mention it on her deathbed. She said something about the boys. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Now, anyway, we ain't gonna speculate no more, because we don't want to give out no spoilers on, Anyway, so yeah, my thing is, dude, we'll see. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the initial thing when I heard about it, and from the more I've heard about it, the less of a fan I am of this move.
Of them putting in scenes. You're not a fan of putting in scenes?
Especially scenes that are this trailer drops. Like I said, dropping scenes weekly.
Oh,
but then, like I said, and then never releasing those scenes online, because they from what they're saying, that those scenes are just clips of the movie, so they're not going to release them online until probably. Now Marvel does, when the week the movie is about to drop, they'll release the first 20 minutes, all over the place, and that's probably what they'll end up doing again in November. They'll start just a media blitz where they just unleash scene after scene after scene online, and then or if you watch the Today Show and
Mhm.
all that stuff, they'll be showing all the little clips, but then you'll get to see.
So to piggyback off of what BJ said earlier, I mean, think about how they trying to pretty much pocket check us in a sense. Like, yo, you had to go to the movies 4 times to watch all 4 things that they're telling you. That's what $15 to $20 a pop every time. And then they're saying, yo, you go out and watch the re-release of Endgame so you can get, you right there with the. So you mean to tell me that's another ticket? That's that's 5 times I gotta go to the movies before I see your movie. Like what we doing?
Yo,
That's how we hustling.
But we don't want you to do homework. Remember, that's what not James. That's what Kevin Feige said. Kevin Feige said we don't want you to have to do homework anymore, right? But we don't want you to do this homework. We want you to pay to do this homework. This is going to be extra credit.
Let me ask you a question. So that special, we're gonna call it a special edition in game. Are they gonna release that on Disney Plus?
After the theatrical run, probably. After the
theatrical. Will it be at home? Will it be at home before we gotta go to the movies and watch the Doomsday?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Okay. If it's like, because like you said, if they don't do that, then we gotta go to the movies. Like you said, gotta spend money. You gotta go watch that in the movie to get some type of whatever. Everybody and their mama gonna be talking about that too, man. When that comes out, like the new rock stars of the world and all that stuff, gonna be talking about those each of them scenes that we ain't seen yet or whatever that's attached to Doomsday. We gonna get all that, bro. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna definitely be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting year.
Yeah.
Tom Holland Spider-Man will reportedly wear the Thomas D.U. Crest symbiote suit in the MCU. So pretty much he's gonna wear his classic black Spider-Man suit. I've told you, I think I said this a million times. I think it's like a duh for two reasons. One, we saw that little dot got left at the bar at the end of, which one was it? Was it a Venom movie? When he went back, the end credit scene that made no damn sense. It had no connection to the MCU whatsoever. It was stupid.
And No Way Home.
Yeah, and No Way Home. Yeah, and so they left that little dot, so it's gonna find its way to Tom Holland somehow. And on top of that, if you read the original Secret Wars comic book storyline, that's where he got the black suit from. He had it in that storyline, so it only makes sense that he's gonna get the black suit here in the comics. But what you think though, Big J?
I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, and I was looking. Thomas Ducrest is an artist for Marvel, and actually he works for a bunch of companies. He works for Marvel, Lucasfilm, Warner Brothers, MGM. But he's been posting stuff on his Instagram. So yeah, we might see some of that. But apparently that's the suit he designed. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say too, because I think they want to give Venom the classic, spider emblem on the chest or whatever. So that's gonna be interesting, man. What you think though, BA?
Yeah, like you said, this is a dumb moment. We're going to get some kind of rendition of him doing the symbiote. Like it has to happen. And he's an adult now. He got a job. You know what I'm saying? Going through college, doing this thing. Like it gotta happen, right? So if it don't happen in the next 3 movies, or hopefully the next movie, then when the hell is it gonna happen? It's never gonna happen in a sense. So yeah. So I'm interested to see Tom Holland and how he changed it up in a sense. We didn't necessarily get to see Andrew go through this. And we saw the original Spider-Man, Toby, go through it. I think you do a better job than Toby. Y'all can keep that goddamn dance. I know y'all love that dance. Y'all can keep that. That was not necessary whatsoever. So I'm interested to see Tom Holland's portrayal of Venom. His little schizo side of it in a sense. I'm for it.
Same. What you got, cuz?
Yeah, this is definitely it was all leading to this point. The little piece of the symbiote got left. We know that they're going to the next set of trilogies, as Spider-Man trilogy as well. Yeah, it was just eventually it was going to get to this point. The only question was when it would get to that point. Movie 2, movie 3, or will it be like Secret Wars situation? I think that was the main question, was when it would happen. We knew that it was going to happen just because it was sitting that way. So just excited that it's more or less official, but just looking forward to the when it finally happens.
Yeah, same, bro. I've been definitely been waiting on this. I told y'all what I think gonna end up happening. They're gonna, like you said, they're gonna reboot it. We're gonna get a whole nother Eddie Brock, all that, man, here in the MCU. So I really think all that's gonna end up happening. All right, check this out. Speaking of MCU characters, man, so Charlie Cox will reportedly reprise his role as Daredevil in Secret Wars. This is a rumor right now, so we're not gonna talk about this as if like it's confirmed or anything. This is a rumor because we've been hearing different stories. He gonna be in the movie. He not gonna be in the movie. I mean, his trainer kind of said some things that he thought he was gonna be in the movie and all that type of stuff. Doomsday and Secret Wars, all that type of stuff. So I kind of told y'all already. I think everybody gonna be in Secret Wars. But what you think about this, OBA?
We ain't got to speculate. He gonna be in it. That's this rumor is a little bit more stronger than others. Yeah. Why wouldn't he be in it? They're trying to do a better job at TV and movie, and we know this. And Punisher's already gonna be a Spider-Man, so like they're doing their due diligence to put him in the movie, to have a better streamline, I should say, between the two. And yes, like he was in the other Spider-Man, so he's already been in a movie. It's not like he's like never been in it, in a sense, right? And so, let him have his costume, let him go out there, let him, defend whoever and whatever, and let's rock out. Like Daredevil is, he's one of them dudes in a sense, right? He's one of those guys. And now because of the second rendition, the second run, and including the first run, like, he has a cult following now. There's a lot of people that's just straight Daredevil fans. They don't even bang with Marvel, but that Daredevil dude is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has his own following. So put him in the movie and let him wreak havoc and see what's happening. So, I'm for it.
What you got, Cuz?
It just makes sense. Like BA sense, like it's also a dub moment. It just makes too much sense to have him in it than it would be to not have him in it. You want to build up your TV. This is what helps build up your TV. Having your main TV show character in the movie to be able to pull more people in it, and so that it's even more eyeballs. So even if you're not like us who try to catch all of the production, now you see this character, you see that he kicks butt in the movie. It's like, oh, let me look up about this Daredevil, and now you see he has a TV show, and you go try to catch up. So it's stuff like that could end up happening. Plus, they're doing with Secret Wars, it's end up being the cleanup and the reboot of the overall universe. So you might as well have it. They're looking forward to it.
Facts. What you got, BJ? Oh, BJ freeze?
Yeah, I think everybody froze for me. I mean,
with that smile on his face.
I was laughing.
I know.
What you got, man?
No, I mean, I'm gonna be in Secret Wars, so I mean, I think it's a given that Daredevil gonna be there.
Did you get a cheer?
Look, see, actually, I'm getting they're gonna show my trailer. That's gonna be a trailer. They're gonna show my trailer.
Okay.
That's gonna be the next movie. It's gonna be trailer watch. They're gonna just show all the trailers lined up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, so instead of like 20 minutes per cheer, they're gonna have like 2 hours per trailer.
Yeah, it's gonna just a drone shot, just scanning all the trailers.
They're gonna hop over one trailer, then they're gonna go to the next one.
Well, you got to change the batteries between because they don't last that 15 minutes, 30 minutes at the max. So, yeah, that 40-hour video they're gonna try and do, it's gonna take a while. But no, I think everybody's gonna be in Secret Wars, like we said. Except I think the original Fox X-Men, I think are all gonna die in Doomsday. So because first of all, they're in their 60s to 90s, so they almost died in the first one.
Get it out the way.
I mean,
It's
Nightcrawler
funny
is
because it actually is true. It
It's
like close
true.
to 90. Yeah.
Nightcrawler is 60-something years old, and then
And he the
Magneto.
youngest one.
No, because I think how old is what's her name? Rebecca Saint,
Remain.
Oh my god. I think it's like 50 something, I think.
you
Probably like
sure?
50 something. I think Marson like 50 something, I think.
Yeah.
Marsden's old too, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so
He can't be out there.
Hmm?
Martin can't give us a proper Cyclops, so yeah, he can get up out of there.
Oh, he only 52. Marsden only 52. He probably the youngest one. I know Famke Jameson is like in her 60s though.
When you say only 52, that's,
he said 52, no Greg Oden, man.
Look, I'm about 16 days older than James Marsden, so he's born. So look, he's only 50. He's a baby.
I understand the only 52. Yeah, it's
so
a new 52. Shout out to DCU.
Shout out to DC.
Yeah.
So you got a cheer, BJ. I get you that. You finally you get a cheer then, man. I got you. All right, man. Last but not least, y'all, check this out, man. So we got Hayden Christensen says he wants to make a Darth Vader movie. Get tired of y'all, man. What you got, cuz? What you got?
No. I want to hear what BA got to say. Let BA go.
Yeah, BA, you dropping these gems on us, man. What you think, man?
Oh man, that's the one thing in which I've never seen anything just quite like it. You had a whole franchise, and we still didn't see the best version of you. We had a whole franchise based around the Skywalker name, in a sense, right? And we never seen Darth Vader really kind of be Darth Vader, right? Like the movies, in a sense, right?
What about what about Rogue One?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to allude to. That the only thing that we got was one clip, one add-on scene, which could hopefully glad they put it in, but pause. They could have not, said, and it could have just kind of been a little bit lackluster. But they have him in that tunnel scene, which led to episode 4. Great, in a sense. Everybody was talking about that. Like Rogue One was a great movie. But everyone was talking about that too, in a sense, right? Like, hey, but stay for the end because you gonna see something, right? In a sense, right? We never saw, and this is my thing. We never saw a young Vader go through and just maul people down and be the villain that everyone says that he is because you saw the movie in the 70s, in a sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he got that iconic villain status because he was the Luke, I'm your father, episodes 4 and 5 and 6 and I'm gonna exclude 6 just on the villain part because he made his redemption in 6. So in 4 and 5, he was like a villain, and he's an iconic villain, top 5 villains of all time. You're gonna put Vader up there, but we never saw him be a villain. We never saw him be like ruthless and nasty and mean. I don't care. I don't have a heart right now. Like I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. I don't care about them little younglings out here. They getting smashed. They getting killed. Like it's over. It's over in a sense, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're missing from that, in a sense, right? And I'm a little biased because I think that's my favorite part of, I guess, Star Wars. That's my favorite character, and I only got him for like 5 minutes. Just that dark side Anakin, once he had the yellow eyes, in a sense, I'm like, yo, this dude's gonna, and then he got chopped down. So if the next best version of that is a young Vader who still has the anger of a mauled down Anakin, and still trying to make a name for himself, still listen to Palpatine in a sense, and still just be that guy in a sense. So that's what we're missing. So if he wants to do that, I'm all for it, and I need to see it be. It should be damn near rated R. I know it's not going to be, but that's what it should be, in a sense, right? He needs to kill a lot of people and just be a menace to society without being OG in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So old dog. So like
Old dog, yeah.
that's what we want out of this situation. That's what I want. So if you're hearing this, that's what I'm feeling right now. This is like I possibly could be getting it because he wants it in a sense. I don't want no Kenobi series. I don't want no Ahsoka series. I don't want him tagged on to those. It was okay. I need to see him in his own light for 2 hours, just straight mauling folks. And hey man, whatever you want. You want me to see 5 or 6 trailers before I see the movie? You got it. You got it, George. You got it, Dave Filoni. You got it. Because that's what I want, and that's what I've been missing my entire Star Wars fandom.
Right. What you got, cuz?
I agree. I would like for them to start off after Rogue One for his story, or during Rogue One would be his story, and then going up through basically what he's the anger, him trying to do his work for the Empire. That's what I would like to see. So yeah, I'm open to seeing Vader, because I think that part of Vader, the Rogue One side of him, or during Rogue One and towards the end of Rogue One, going into Episode 4, is just pure anger and power. I would like to see that. I would for sure like to see it. We've been getting all these villain movies and shows of late, so why not have the ultimate villain when it comes to for one of the greatest villains within one of the greatest movie franchises of all time? It just makes sense. So yeah, give us what we want. It needs to happen.
What you got, Big J?
I'm sorry that y'all all wrong, but if we're gonna do this, one, we need to have Sam Witwer as a Star Killer, and we need to see that time between Episode 3 and A New Hope. That would be the best version of Vader, when he's actually out there hunting down the remaining Jedi, killing folks with it, and training his apprentice, who's worse than him.
Because that'd be Rogue One. That would be like during the Rogue One time frame, wouldn't it?
Before Rogue One. That'd be before Rogue One.
Hold on. So Star Killer is canon now? He's canon?
He need to be. He right here on my shelf next to Vader and Revan.
I'm not mad at it.
Star can do same with he needs to be in this. That dude is too good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's cool with me. I can see him getting a Disney Plus show.
Yeah. I like the time frame, dude. I like that time frame. That's the time frame I want. It's the anger. It's the anger side of it, and him putting in that work. So him hunt the Order 66, him hunting down Jedi and the turning, and just that anger. Absolutely.
If you had him and Starkill out there, dude, that'd be crazy. Like if them two running the galaxy, just then I think be able to get what he wants. They'd see a lot of killing. Everybody gonna die, and that's what I'm saying. So I think we need it. But the only problem I have is Hayden Christensen is not good, and I think we still need to have. They're gonna have to use the recordings they made of James Earl Jones.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
We need his voice. We don't need, hey guys. He does not sound intimidating. Do any of this stuff.
Well, they can AI James Earl Jones in this thing.
Yeah, they probably do the voice modulating thing for his voice and all that stuff. I can see that.
Look, if they need to hire an old black guy to do that part, I know somebody who could do somebody. Yeah, I know a guy with a voice. I could,
We don't need your cousin, Big J. We need professional. No, listen, bro. Y'all are in the right area, but you probably a little too far closer to like the Rogue One time. So there are a bunch of comic book runs. I think I might have one of them down here already. There's a bunch of comic book runs, bro, where Vader is off doing like a mission where he's trying to get stronger. He's trying to build his lightsaber, stuff like that. If they can tackle more of that, that is more in the wheelhouse of where Vader is like at his ruthless. Like he don't care, low key trying to, take over the Emperor and all that type of stuff. If they tackle one of them type of storylines, it's a huge like I can think what you were saying, cuz from like episode, yeah, you can feel a lot in between 3 and 4. I think that's where a lot of his story was. The backstory and stuff like that was between 3 and 4. So you can get a lot of story within that time, man. It's a lot of stuff that he's went through between episode 3 and 4. So there's a lot of comic books and stuff like that. Hell, even some of the what they call it, not G Canon. What is it called? Legacy. Is it Legacy?
Legends.
Legends. Thank you. Legends books and stuff like that, man. They could take some liberties from that too and kind of mix it in there and stuff like that, man, and have an interesting story for Vader between, like I said, between 3 and 4. There's a lot to fill in there. That's how I was looking the movie. He wasn't even 30. He was like what, 20 something? Yeah. 20. So it's about 20, yeah, because I think he ran into Obi-Wan like 10 years later. So yeah. So about 20 years worth of story right there that you could fill in between that time. Like you said, I don't want to see Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2 unless they're gonna get somebody to direct it as a movie or something. I don't want to see that again, bro. I don't want to see him attached to Ahsoka, all that. If you're gonna do the movie right and have him be the focal point of the movie. He is the star of the movie, like you said. Let's see Vader be the guy that we've been hearing that he is throughout our time growing up here, man, and watching Star Wars. That's what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? So give us the Rogue One version of him as a whole entire movie. That's what we want to see. But yeah, man, listen. That was the last one here, man. We're gonna call it before we call it a show. Let's go ahead and get to a few of these questions and these comments, y'all. All right, man. Let's see what we got up here first, man. Shout out to Will Jackson. He says, I don't know how season 2 can match season 1. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. Yeah. Shout out to Andy Muschietti. I think he's earned our trust, especially from the movies and now the show. I think they can do pretty good, man, with season 2, man. We're gonna have to see. Y'all said we gotta wait 2 years now. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. We don't get this Batman news in, man. We gotta wait for it to come out 2 years down the line, man. That's what I want to know. Salam said, "What's up?" He also says, "Man, I need to go ahead and binge this show. I'm seeing high marks from a lot of critics." Yeah, bro, it's good. It's good, Salam. You gotta go see it, man. You definitely gotta see it. Let's see what we got next here, man. He also said, "Damn, I thought Hayden was just BA." Shut up. I get Big J. I'm gonna take a BA.
That was direct to Will as well. So I just want to make sure people. I mean, not Will. Big J. I just want people to know
Big
that.
J.
What I say?
He took your
he's a resident hater. I'm really not. I'm really just a good guy.
I just want to see a lot of people die in these movies. That's all. Salam says, "No, I agree though." He says, "Putting the trailer behind a paywall is trash, especially if the trailers are underwhelming. I hope that leak was a fake out." I'm gonna tell you right now, man, because I think you might want to get your bail money ready, man. Get me out of jail, bro. This trailer better not be trash, bro. I'm gonna be mad, man. Y'all they had us waiting this long, like you said, giving us all these cryptic pictures and all this old stuff. Hey, what this pen means? Blue. Like, I don't know. I'm supposed to know.
It's blue.
And then don't tell us nothing. He said, "Geez, Youngling's slaughter was one of the worst things." Come on now. Yeah, man, that was hard. I'm glad they didn't show it, man. I would have been.
But y'all was cool with him
killing
in episode 2 when he killed the everybody in the Tusken warriors and stuff. Y'all was cool with that though. Y'all let that go. But as soon as it get humanoid, y'all got problems. Don't be biased. Don't do that.
Keep that energy. Keep
the same energy.
I didn't even know they had women and children until after he told us they had women and children. But yeah, man, definitely appreciate y'all, man. Y'all geeking out with your boys, man, again for another episode, man. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel, of course, you're into geek content, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, guys. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. So if you guys are over on Twitter watching this, come on over here to YouTube, man. Hit that subscribe button. We do this every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. We got another show coming up this Saturday, man. Gonna probably have a whole lot more Avenger talk that we're gonna get into on Saturday, man. Like I said, trailers leaking and all that stuff. We got rumors that surrounding the trailers. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all going to go see Avatar, but I'm gonna go see Avatar. I'm gonna try to go see it Friday because we got some stuff we gotta do Saturday. I'm gonna go try to see it Friday, man, so we can talk about the trailer on Saturday. So we'll probably be here to talk about that first trailer here on Saturday, y'all. So join us here for that. I don't know how we're gonna do this, man. Look, I'm not going to go see Avatar 3 more times, man. It's a 3-hour movie, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I don't know how we're gonna do the other 3 trailers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know. Well, somebody will cover it, and we'll have to just watch that and see what they say, or whatever. Because I'm not watching the 3 trailers, bro. I'm not doing it.
You said take no money.
It'll be a way to watch it.
Yeah, I'm finna say, well, bitch, they saying that they're not gonna. You saying they're not gonna post the trailers online though after they show? Oh man, I don't know.
I remember, because they're not trailers. Like I said, the first 3 are just scenes. So if that's the case, then they're not gonna. They said they're not gonna post them online. They're just gonna post the 4th one, which is gonna be the trailer, the teaser trailer.
Yeah, I'm about to figure out something, bro. If they did it with another, like, random movies, just had it at the movie around that time, I'm like, okay, because me and my wife go to the movie down there every weekend. I'm cool with it. But you talking about for the same movie, like episode like over 3 hours long, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, buy a ticket to another movie and then just go sit in the Avatar trailer.
I don't condone that, Big J. What do you mean? What are you saying?
I was saying you get lost and walk into the wrong theater for a few minutes. About a minute and 45 seconds.
Bathroom?
This ain't where I parked my car.
This is your normal. You've been here over 50 times, sir. You know damn well.
Come on, sir.
I'm looking for the bathroom. But yo, man, listen, we definitely appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, follow us here. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. We'll be back here on Saturday, y'all. So till then, man, stay geeked. And we out, y'all.